Yeah. Ready for some lava? Yeah. Now
So
let's see who shows up.
there's
Oh,
two
what?
people watching already.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for letting everybody know I was live. I mean, I almost forgot to say that in the chat.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's two people watching.
Fun. Yeah, I wish Trish could be here, but
Yeah, me too. Like,
but I understand. I mean, I totally
yeah,
do.
yeah. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 24 hours or whatnot, but
Sometimes you just need time. Sometimes you just need time away from things and people. I
yeah,
get that.
yeah, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I do have a stream scheduled tomorrow. Still hoping that Trish shows up for that. I mean, even if she's only there for like the so many minutes that I like get like show my like friend anniversary surprise and everything. I mean, I'm just cool that she will be there for that. But
I like you might be.
yeah, I mean, but I can understand her taking a day off. Maybe she's. I mean, that could be it. She's just taking a break from things right now. Which I actually understand because, believe it or not, considering the things that my family and I are going through right now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but there is a chance in the next week or two that I may take at least a small break from. I mean, I'll try to be there in the streams as much as I can, but don't be surprised if I'm not there one day or something. Because yeah, because you never know. I mean, I may be with my sister or something.
So I have to ask you a question, and it's kind of hard to talk about them. I understand, but what's wrong with Boots?
Uh, what's wrong with Boots? Uh,
Yeah.
well, he's been getting really skinny lately. At least, I mean, like, cause he used to. I wouldn't say he was chunky, but oh yeah, hey Elsa, but
Hey,
yeah, but like this was like 2 weeks ago. Um, Amy actually told me. My sister Amy was actually over at her little sister's house, and she'd seen Boots, and she basically called me to let me know that Boots wasn't looking quite like himself lately, and that he was like he looked really skinny compared to how he because I mean, he used to eat like as out like he used to like eat a lot and everything, be very active and vocal and everything, but she felt that his age was catching up to him. Did they take him to the vet? Yeah, yeah. I'll be getting to that, but basically, yesterday my little sister, noticed that Boots wasn't eating, and he wasn't really going like using Little Box like he used to, and he just wanted to lay around and everything. And so my sister took him to the vet, and basically, long story short, Boots is having kidney failure. He only has like 25% of his kidneys, like kidney function. So, and I mean, they said that they could do like some kind of like surgery on him, but there's only a 50-50 chance that he will live, and it would cost my sister $2,000, which is like really pricey. See, this thing when it comes to vet bills and things like that, like especially in surgeries, like it can cost like thousands of dollars, and they usually want that money up front. So as it is, my little sister, since it's only a 50-50 chance of him surviving or living through that surgery, and even if he was to survive, I mean, because they said that he could be put on like some like dialysis, and it would pretty much only prolong his life for maybe a year at most, but he was probably still gonna die within the next year. So that's one reason why that she made the decision to like basically have him kind of like put out of his misery and pain and everything. And my sister said she's actually already gonna pay quite a bit just to get him cremated. So yeah, it's just really sad. It sounds really dark right now, but I mean, my sisters and I were not expecting this. It's just this was not just a family pet, but he's basically been a loud person, a loud cat in our lives for the last 13 years. Like he was literally born into our family. I mean, my sisters and I still remember when he was born. He was literally born on Amy's. Yeah, he was actually born on Amy's bed, which at the time my sister still shared a bedroom with my mom. So, but my sister had like a twin size bed in the room with a mom. So Boots' mom almost literally had her kittens on our mom's bed, but they moved her to like Amy's bed, and so that's basically where Boots was born, on my sister Amy's bed. Oh wait, okay. Oh my goodness, my dog Lady had the same thing. They tested her, and she had kidney failure, and that she was really suffering. So we had to have her put down in 2016, and she also had breast cancer. Oh wow! You know what's crazy, Elsa? Is speaking of 2016, we actually almost lost Boots in 2016. We came close to losing him 5 years ago. So that's why it's crazy to think that 5 years later we're losing him again, and this time we're actually losing him. The reason why is because back in 2016, Boots had like an urinary infection or something. I mean, he wasn't able to go pee in the litter box, as crazy as that sounds. Like, or anywhere. Like, he would try to pee. For some reason, he like, I don't know, his stuff wasn't, like, I guess, working like it should, or functioning like it should. And my little sister literally had to pay for vet bills then, and even a surgery bill, because Boots actually had a surgery, like an Arnold surgery in 2016. Which actually, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail that I had for this stream, but that was actually a picture of Boots after he came back from his surgery in 2016. But he had this cone on his head to keep him from, like, because they had to like stitch him back up and stuff, and they didn't want him to like infect his area or something by like grooming himself. So he had to have a cone on his head for a little bit there. And I don't know, I thought he was so cute though, even with a cone on his head, because he looked like an alien kitty or a space kitty. Like but yeah. But yeah, that was back 5 years ago in 2016. So see, those are the memories of Boots that I like to remember him by. Like, I like to remember him when he was still himself, even like. But yeah, so that's basically what's been going on with me and my sisters and my cat Boots lately. And or did you have something to say, Wild Bill?
Yeah, speaking of that, last month May was the 3 year
Yeah.
anniversary of having
Yeah.
my dog, or our dog Jade, put down. We had her
Oh.
for 13 years,
Oh
and
yeah.
she was. It's hard to explain, man, but she was one of
Yeah.
those dogs that you never really seem to like. She loved us to death. I mean, she would, She wanted to be around
Yeah.
us. She wanted to be, you know, near us. We were on the couch.
Yeah.
She wanted to be on the couch or on the floor next to us or whatever.
Yeah.
She loved us
Yeah.
to death. She didn't really like
Yeah.
company too much, and she didn't like, you know, a lot of things. But she enjoyed. She
Yeah.
enjoyed a blanket. She enjoyed naps, and she enjoyed just, you know, small things. And lo and behold, that dog loved Cheetos. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh my
And
God, Cheetos. That's awesome.
and anyway, so it was probably a few years prior to that we had found
Yeah.
out that she had had a lot of hip problems and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
they had told us, you know, if something happens, and because her hips were deteriorating and stuff like that, and that
Yeah.
if she had got hurt or something, that they wouldn't have been able to do anything. And it was like earlier because it was still in the winter time. Well, that
Yeah.
somehow she went outside and she had hurt herself, and she had been limping for a little while, and the vet pretty much told us there wasn't nothing they could do for her, and she wouldn't have been able to survive a surgery even if we wanted to do one. And so we had to have her put down. But she was, I mean, she was just wild, man. I got some pictures put up on my Facebook page. If you ever go to my pictures, and
Oh
you
yeah.
can see it. She's got her own little section or whatever. And I actually got a lot more pictures I'm going to add to it because I finally found some yesterday on a flash drive or the other day on a flash drive. And I'm going to add them to that when I get a chance. And
Yeah.
but she was something else, man. And she made us laugh. She made us cry. But all in all, she was our protector. And she felt that that was her job. And she would get in the way of anyone she thought that would do us harm. And she was she was something else, man. She just had a personality like I've never seen in just about any other dog. And she was our baby, and we always called her Baby Jade. And
Yeah.
no matter how old she got, you know, but yeah, she crossed that Rainbow Bridge about 3 years ago, May, and
Wow.
you know, I miss her every day, man. It was, and that was like in May, and I moved back to Carolina in like October of that same year.
Yeah.
And so it's been a long journey for me. Um, and the funny thing about it, Elsa, that her mother, the mother of that dog, Jade, her name was Lady too. Um, and she had a litter of like 7 puppies, and um, we gave a few away. We kept 2 of
Yeah.
them. Actually, we kept Lady. We had actually gave Jade away to her my girlfriend's sister, and we found out
Oh.
that my girlfriend's sister couldn't take care of her properly, so we took her back. And then it was me and my girlfriend and Lady, Lucy, and Jade for a while, and then we had to have Jade put on, and eventually Lady had or Lucy got put down because she got really aggressive and really mean and started. I don't know, something just snapped in her one day, and she got really like really violent towards other dogs and everything. And she
Yeah.
used to be the sweetest thing on the planet. And anyway, so then she kind of got towards aggressive towards people. So we had to eventually put her down. That was my dog, Lady, or
Wow.
Lucy.
Let's see.
And then Jade, so I think Jade wound up surviving all of them. She had one of the dogs was my mom's, and I think she wound up accidentally getting run over. And
Yeah.
the other 2 we gave away, and one of them never really knew what happened to her. She was here one day and then gone. And
Yeah.
but Jade was the one really we knew, the only one we ever knew what happened to from birth to end. And
Yeah.
well, Lucy too, but we she was our girl, and I miss her every day. And then I don't know, it's just been a couple tough years for me. And then what was it, last year we had to put my mom and dad's dog down on fire.
Yeah.
He loved me to death. He used to He was so it's been kind of tough. So I kind of know what you're going through, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's tough because I've never looked at animals as pets. I've always looked at them as family. And if you think that a dog, one thing I'm going to say this about, and I know some people will look at this differently, and I don't care, but this
Yeah.
is how I feel, and this is the way I believe that an animal, especially a dog, okay,
Yeah.
will love you unconditionally no matter what. You love
Yeah.
them, you feed them every day, you treat them good. They'll never forsake you. They'll never
Yeah.
leave you alone, and they'll always be there for you. And I'll
Yeah.
never understand. And they don't care if you're rich. They don't care if you're poor. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care about any of that. They love you no matter what. And I'll
Yeah.
never understand on God's green earth why people mistreat dogs. I'll never understand in
Yeah.
all the days of my life because if if I understand why people treat people the way they do, I get that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I get it. I totally get it. But a
Yeah.
dog, I'll never understand it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
never will.
believe it or not, I'll be honest with you. I've actually said this myself. I'm actually guilty of actually saying this myself, but I've also heard other people say this. There, um, in this day and age, considering how people sometimes are, I mean, I bet even Trish would even agree to an extent, considering how she's felt about people like lately, like basically promising one thing and then doing another, or like not keeping the promises, stuff like that. Uh, I've heard people say before that this is why they talk to animals more than people, or they get along with animals more than people, or they prefer to be at home with animals than outside with people. The reason why is because, or sometimes they'll even say why they like animals more than people. They'll even go that far. The reason why is because me and my sisters, even my sister Amy, would actually tell you the same thing, considering some of the people she's met in life. It should be like, she's always like, she'll even agree, she's always liked animals more than people. And the reason, I mean, I mean, it's just the reason why I say this because to us, our pets have always been family members, no matter what. And I just don't, I just don't understand why some people don't think of it that way. Believe it or not, my sister wants to be there tomorrow when wants to be there for my little sister, for a little sister tomorrow when they do put boots down when the vet comes and everything, because the vet's actually gonna do it at my little sister's house, and that's gonna happen tomorrow morning. And my sister actually, like Amy, actually went to her Walmart today that she works at to let them know that she's going to not she's going to miss tomorrow as well, like because she's actually missed the last 3 days of work. She she didn't go to work yesterday. She didn't go to work today because she wanted to be there for a little sister and be able to see Boots one last time. But while she was there at work, she went to talk to her boss, Cynthia, because that's apparently her name, and I'm name dropping her because, oh my god, the reason why is because my sister literally told her that she's not going to be coming to work tomorrow and everything, and the whole my sister Amy's boss basically says to her, "Oh, you're not coming to work tomorrow either." I mean, why? I mean, it's just a cat. Your cat died. Like my dog died at home, and I was at work. I like. I'll be honest with you, my sister actually just left it at that and basically left. Didn't respond, but my sister's literally gonna complain. I mean, basically, report her boss because she was like, "How dare you say that to me? He's just a cat." Like, and the reason why Amy doesn't even know if her boss knows that her parents are dead. Like, she probably thinks that Amy's wanting to be there for our parents, like for as moral support. I mean, as our cat dies or something. Like, I don't know. It's just that's why you shouldn't judge someone or judge someone's situation. Like, people deal with death differently, whether it's a human or an animal. But yeah, uh, I just can't believe like someone to say that to my sister. Knowing what she's going through and she's grieving, you can tell it. You could tell Amy's been crying, and then like she didn't show any. Like Amy's boss literally didn't show any sense of compassion or empathy or sympathy or anything like that. It was like, oh, he's just a cat. My dog died, and I got over it. Like what? It's like people like that shouldn't even have pets. If you're just gonna talk like that. I couldn't be there because I was crying so much already. I wouldn't have been able to handle that. Yeah. But yeah, that's true, Elsa. Both dogs and cats are like therapy, at least for me and my family. Oh yeah, you have something to say, Wild Bill?
You know, like I told people before, I've treated my dog
Yeah.
better than I've treated some, because
Yeah.
at least my dog was there for me. You know what I'm saying? At least my dog
Yeah.
was there when I needed some. You know,
Yeah.
if I just wanted to hold the dog and lay down and cry for something, you
Yeah.
know, she was always there. Where people don't get it, and they never will. And
Yeah.
you know, I told somebody one time, I said, "There's no way on God's green earth that I
Yeah.
could be one of the animal cops, because I'd get fired the first day,
Oh yeah.
because I'd literally beat the crap out of somebody."
Oh.
Like
So
if I went
so
somewhere, the dog was neglected and chained up or something like that, or a dog had been left to die by somebody or something like that, and I found them,
yeah.
they'd literally, when I got done with them, if they were breathing, they'd probably be lucky.
Yeah. I mean, so
You know,
you're saying if you ever saw someone like abusing an animal, then you actually would like cause a scene or something.
oh yeah,
That's actually really cool to know about you, Bill. Like I already knew that you already stand up for what you believe in and stand up for what's right and things like that. But that's actually cool that you would stand up for an animal as well. Like especially if like because I mean, will they even say that there's no such thing as a bad dog? Like dogs will be aggressive if they're like basically raised and trained to act like that. But in reality, dog. Oh yeah, hey, Caden. I've seen episodes of Animal Cops, and I would cry at how people treat animals. Yeah, that's true. Believe it or not, my sisters and I are all really sensitive when it comes to animals and animal neglect and animal abuse and things like that. But yeah, that's true. Also, there's no bad dogs, only bad owners. Bad owners.
and I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, man. There's no way in hell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, my sister's actually the same way. I mean, when it comes to all kinds of different like cop jobs, like Amy said, because she'll be giving a ticket to pretty much everybody, or she would like end up actually like beating somebody up if she saw them like abusing an animal or neglecting them. So yeah. But Kaden said, "Hey, they are bad when they sit on your bed." That's kind of
Well, maybe
funny.
shouldn't
What?
have it with the dog.
Oh, what? Oh, you said what?
Yeah, but the dog don't really know no better, man. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I don't know, man. It's crazy and everything. But I know there's okay.
Yeah,
Now there's two quality and there's two comedy. So,
yeah. So
but
it's just
earlier there was
Elsa and Kaden.
so earlier there was just two watching and only one comment.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah.
Somebody be watching.
Somebody be watching.
Watching, said my friendy.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to share my screen real fast. I want to show you this picture of
Okay.
this is my favorite, one of my favorite pictures that we have of our cat Boots, and it actually is a picture of my little sister Megan with Boots back when we still lived at our childhood home, and it even has the date and everything on the photo because it was taken in early 2009. So let me see if I can do this real fast.
Cool.
Yeah, so see, can you see that? Yeah, this is a picture of my sister Megan with our cat Boots.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pictures that we have of her or my little sister and our cat Boots. But yeah, that was taken in 2009. But yeah, that's the cat that we're unfortunately having to put down tomorrow. But yeah, what's crazy is when you mentioned earlier, Wild Bill, like I don't know, like it's been like 2 years since you lost your dog and everything. But the thing is with Boots' birthday is literally in like 9 days because he was actually let me stop sharing, but because he was actually born in June of 2008, and his birthday is June 15th.
Ah, cool.
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm also planning on making like a video tribute for Boots. So, I mean, once I have that done, I'll probably set that to premiere. So that may be a video I may premiere and everything later on in the month. And so I'll definitely send you guys the link just in case you want to watch that. I mean, show all kinds of like video footage that we've had of Boots over the years and pictures and
Nice.
everything. But yeah, because I mean, like I told you, Boots was more than just a pet to us. Like he was actually family in a very. He did some of the craziest things. He was a cat. I mean, he's like, and it sounds sad talking about Boots in like past tense. Like I know he's not like gone yet, but I don't know. It's just saying that Boots was this or that, but yeah, Boots used to when he was younger, he did some things that no other cat that we've ever had ever done, that we've ever witnessed anyway. That's why he was like very unique to us. Like Boots was so rebellious, which is kind of ironic considering that while Bill goes is a rebel and goes by rebel within and stuff like that. But Boots was a very rebellious cat, and he would always jump on stuff. He used to be seen like jumping on or like the fridge at any house we lived in, or finding a way. Like he'd jump on the kitchen countertops. He'd even jump on the railing in the kitchen that's like high up, and just be like Boots, what are you doing way up there? Like Boots would even like climb trees and stuff. Like. Yeah, wait, hey, now it's still the owner's spot for potty training them. Oh, okay, just saw us. And my girlfriend did the potty training. She's very good at going potty outside, yeah. Yeah. Then he had a little slip up. It happens. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, shit happens, right, Elsa? That's it.
that's right. Sharp happens.
Well, damn.
Devil damn.
It's crazy. Elsa said, literally, yes.
So I have to ask you, Alvin, just out of curiosity. I know this is string um that I'm only talking about boots and stuff, but you ready for the review next in a couple weeks?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I've still been listening to that album while, Bill.
Nice.
I still can't wait.
Yeah.
Like, this may sound crazy because I do know that. I mean, I do remember listening to Eric Church's like debut album when it first came out and things like that. Because
Yeah.
I was really like that. I believe it or not, I can honestly say I've been a fan of Eric Church since his debut album. But I
Nice.
haven't listened to the album in so long that, like, have you ever like listened to an album, either for a review or whatever, but you listen to an album that you haven't listened to in probably years, like at least from start to finish, that this thought crosses your mind, like, oh my god, I didn't know how good this album was. like like this album is better than I remember or something. That's basically how I felt when I just listened to this album, like just planning for the review. I was like, oh my god, like this is actually really good. I don't know why. It's almost like I expected it, since it was his debut album, I expected to like it less. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. Mm.
No, I see. The funny thing with me is like,
Yeah.
I do that. I do that once in a while, right? Like
Yeah.
I'll go back and sometimes listen to an album. See,
Yeah.
what I do is when I buy an album, I literally try to listen to the album from, every song on the album. And
Yeah.
sometimes it depends on like what's going on in my life or, you know, different things or whatever it is. But and therefore like, I that is it, guys, right there.
Yeah. Sinners like me.
And there's like me, right?
Happy about it?
Oh yeah. But basically, I have went. Yeah, she is a great. But anyway,
So do
I
you
have
want me to
gone.
take that off the
You
screen
can
now?
take it down now if you want.
Okay.
I
Okay.
kind of wanted to see how it looked on screen or whatever. So that's why I
Okay.
had. That's why I shared it or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so I've done that to a few albums where I've gone back and listened to an album and be like, damn. No, I didn't realize how good this album really was. And then eventually, sometimes an album would grow on me so much that it would like become sometime one of my favorite albums. And like,
Yeah.
and I never would have thought that at the very beginning. But a lot of times, it's my mood, it's what I've been through, it's how I'm feeling at the time. And sometimes I literally just don't give an album sometimes because I'm just
Yeah.
like, maybe going through some things or working or something like that. And I go back and I listen to this shit. I'm like, damn. I mean, this shit's good.
Yeah.
I just didn't really notice it at first. And I've done that not with just on album reviews, but in general, man, just going and listening to something and being like, wow, I didn't realize how good that was. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, when The Outsiders came out,
Yeah.
I listened to the record and I liked a few songs off of it. And I don't know, something hit me one day. I was like, I'm going to listen to that album on vinyl from very first song to the very last song.
Yeah.
No picking it up. Only time the needle's coming off the thing is when it is done spinning and it picks up and you flip the side over. And literally, I listened to that album one day and I was like, oh my God. One, I didn't realize how good the album was. And two, I didn't realize how outlaw that album was. And I was like, okay, this is probably my favorite Eric Church album and has been for a long time. I mean, Outsiders is probably one of my favorite records that he's ever done. Probably the strong second would probably be The Chief. And
Yeah.
and Sinners Like Me is right there too. I mean, it might be a toss up between Sinners Like Me and Chief, but
Yeah.
but I had to like go back and revisit, and that's the thing I love. That's the thing I love about vinyl, like
Yeah.
because vinyl, lazy people don't like vinyl, and I'm gonna give you a reason why they don't like vinyl. It's because
Yeah.
one, you got to get up. If you want to skip a track, you got to get up and physically lift the needle up and move it. Okay. So therefore, you're more tendency to listen to songs that you wouldn't normally listen to. But the good thing about that is this: you find those tracks on albums that, like, man, why didn't he ever bring this song out as a single? Like, this is like maybe the best track on the whole album. You find that with those tracks that you wouldn't normally maybe find if you would kept skipping all the time. And that's
Yeah.
why I love vinyl, because unless you're willing to get up and flip the needle or move the needle, you're gonna have to listen to the whole album, or at least the whole side anyway. And
True.
that's what I love about vinyl. And my thing is, that's what I do when I listen to vinyl. Once in a while, I might play a track here and there,
Yeah.
but most of the time, I put a whole album. If I'm going to listen to something, I'm going to listen to the whole album all the way through. And and I've discovered a lot of gems that way.
Yeah.
And so,
To be honest, yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, to be honest, I'm the same way, Wild Bill. I'm an album listening person. If that makes sense, I'd rather listen to a whole album than just like a song, or a couple of songs or two from that artist. I mean, but that's just me. That's why I'd rather buy an album than like a single, if that makes sense. But
yep.
yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. I remember, and this is, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is how naive I was when I was young, right?
Yeah.
Metallica has been and always will be my favorite band of all time. It was the band that changed my life forever. And it was the one band that really come my love of metal music. And that's not a bad thing for some people out there who might think, well, are that kind of a bad thing? No, it's not. Okay. Like I said, because, and I'll say this more times than one, if it wasn't for Metallica, I probably wouldn't be here. But
well, damn.
But going on and saying this, right?
Yeah.
Because I discovered other, and I used to have this notion that if it ain't Metallica, it sucks. If it ain't Metallica, it ain't music. Well, I was ignorant in my young years like that, and then like I said, when I had always listened to country because of my folks, but they listened to more of the outlaw country stuff and the old country stuff, the good shit back in the day. And I wasn't in tune with all that new stuff, so none of that new stuff really appealed to me until you know, like Garth and stuff kind of come around. And then I got,
Yeah.
into more of the other stuff. But around about the early 2000s, I was like, I've been naive all these years, and I need to broaden my horizons when it comes to not only just metal music, but other music in general. And so I started, like, I had a guy introduce me to some different bands and stuff, and got me into these different genres of metal and stuff like that. And then back when I wouldn't appreciate an album or a song,
Yeah.
after I got into those things and got to listen and diving into them, like, oh my God, look how good this stuff really is. It's really technical and really, just diverse and really all this stuff. It opened up a new appreciation for things that I didn't have back in my naive days. So even when I went back and listened to some of the earlier, like, Metallica albums and some of the earlier, like, stuff, or even Metallica albums, let's say, for instance, like the Black Album, which is Metallica's monumental album to this day, sold over, I think, I forgot how many million copies worldwide, and still, like, one of the top selling albums every year. Is there were songs on there that I wouldn't listen to, and the more diverse things I got into, and I realized one day, and I went back and remember, I said, I'm going to listen to this album all the way through, from the very first track, and I'm going to read the lyrics and listen to with an ear, like, and I come to find out just how great that record really was, and I was like, oh my God, and I've done that with other records too. And and once I found that appreciation for things, then I really started enjoying a lot more things. And like me, I enjoy classical music. Like Metallica's done albums, like they did the first. I'll never forget that. I think it was back in like 90. I think it might have been like 98, 99, something like that. Early 2000. They did an album called S&M. Metallica with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, whatever.
Yeah.
It was a live album, and I was like, metal and classical, is that really going to come? And it just wound up being the coolest fucking thing on the planet. And and then here, what was it like last year? I think it was last year they put out, all these years later, they did another concert with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra, and it was called S&M 2, and it's just as good as the first album, if not better.
Oh,
and what I'm saying is, like, I love, like, I guess I never really, when I was in band and in high school, and as ashamed as I am saying, I never was really into classical music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then once I broadened my horizons and got to listen, I appreciate probably classical music more than I probably any other genre, because like I've got like some movie soundtracks on there that's got nothing but like instrumental music and classical music and stuff like that on. I'll just sit down and play it, and it's like almost like my guilty pleasure. You know how it is, like sometimes you have like there's a certain ice cream that you love, but then there's an ice cream over here that's kind of like your guilty pleasure that you want to have once in a while when you just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, I love this brand and I always eat this brand, but I go to this brand when I'm like, I want that something extra special or something like that,
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I do with classical music. You know what I'm saying? When I really want to like just sit back and just kind of lose myself into the music, that's what I do.
Well, yeah, I totally understand what you're talking about, Wild Bill.
Sorry if I got long-winded.
Yeah, that's all right.
I know probably not. I went about doing a long way of answering that, and I didn't mean to, but that's how it came out.
That's funny. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, it's all good. It's good.
And I want to say something, and Alvin, I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to say this to Trish and other thing. It happens to you. I know I don't like Taylor, and I've never really cared for her or her music, but I honestly believe that if it's something and it moves someone in a way
Yeah.
that they don't get with any other thing in their life, but it's a good thing and it's a good way that it moves you, then it can't be bad. Okay, right? It can't be a bad thing, right?
True.
Um,
Yeah.
like for instance, like I said, I don't like Taylor. I don't like her music because it doesn't do anything for me. Okay,
Yeah.
it's to me it's
Personally.
like, no offense, but to me it's just like noise. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
Yeah.
and and I'm not trying to knock her to be like some kind of Will Wild Bill's just being a jerk. No, it doesn't do anything for me. Okay, personally.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
I
I'm glad.
believe,
Yeah. I'm glad you're actually like clarifying though, so we know that
yeah,
you're not like saying, "Oh, I hate Taylor because I'm a jerk," and I just want you to guys know that. Like, I mean, so yeah.
it has nothing to
Yeah.
do with me being a jerk.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything to me or resonate in me like it
Yeah.
might you and Trish or somebody else, right? It's just
Yeah.
to me it's like it's irritating to me, if you really want me to
Yeah.
be honest. Okay. Now like
Yeah.
Metallica moves me
Yeah.
and in a good and
Yeah.
it makes me happy when I'm sad. It makes me, want to move forward when I feel like I'm being hit 20 steps backwards.
Yeah.
And whether it's metal music or not, I don't
Yeah.
see how that's a bad thing, you know? Singers or fans move different people. Exactly. So
Yeah.
I honestly
Well,
believe
yeah. Well,
that
I'll be on. Oh yeah. Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, you good.
Oh, I just wanted to say, since we're being honest, I'm glad you like clarify. Like, I mean, I already know that you and Elsa like to like joke with me and Trish, and we usually like taking it as jokes. But I'm not gonna lie, there was a time that I did worry that you were just saying you hated Taylor to be mean to us or something. Like, I mean, because sometimes I don't know. I guess sometimes your jokes did started to seem like they weren't just jokes anymore. Like you actually were trying to piss off me and Trish. I mean, it's like all in the past now. This was like months and months ago. But I'm glad you kind of cleared that up. That you it's just not for you. That you're not doing it like, oh, your opinion is right and wall wrong or something like. Or if that makes sense, because everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody doesn't. I mean, everybody doesn't like the same shit. No matter. I mean, we all have our differences, but we all have. So at least, usually, most of us have at least something in common. I mean, whether it's our religion, what we believe in, what we stand up for. I mean, we usually could find at least some common ground, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And like I said, man, I don't, yeah, I joke around, and sometimes I am being like, it's funny. I think you missed this part of the stream earlier when I was streaming, but me and Robert was talking about, and we were talking about like creative control and being able to have the rights, and then, like Robert said, he said, yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
Taylor, don't like her music and stuff, but I think what's being done to her is wrong with her
Yeah.
not being able to own her masters and stuff like that and the rights to her music. And I said, Robert, I said, I totally agree with you 100%. I think I
Yeah.
don't care who it is, even if I don't like an artist or whatever. I think if they create something, they should have a total rights to it. No one
Yeah.
should have control over what they say they can and can't do with
Yeah.
something that they created. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I'll fight, and even if I don't like an artist or can't stand an artist, I'll stand up and fight for that right for that person to own what they have created,
Yeah.
even if I don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just saying I'll go too far when it comes to Taylor. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. I just try to make you laugh.
Yeah. Like, this may sound crazy, and this may sound like, oh, we're biased, and me and Trish are giving Elsa like some special treatment or something. I mean, but that's not it at all. The reason why I'm just gonna say this is because me and Trish personally, because we've talked before. I mean, because we're both Taylor fans, and we would sometimes talk about how some people in our group don't like Taylor and some of the comments they make. But I mean, just since we're being so honest lately, I just thought I'd mention that we've never thought that way about you, Elsa. Like, you've never gone too far, Elsa. At least for me, I'm not sure about Trish. Trish probably thinks everything you say about Taylor is funny. Well, I mean, anyway. But I will be honest with you, Wild Bill. Since, like, if you really want me to be brutally honest here, there was a time that me and Trish did feel like you were taking it too far with the Taylor jokes, Wild Bill, which is why, and I'm just going to put this out in the open now, I feel like it's been long enough, but that's the main reason why Trish did that one day and said Chris Ledoux sucks, which pissed you the fuck off. She was trying to, Trish and I guess she was trying to get you back, Wild Bill. Like, for the Taylor jokes, but this was months ago. But that was the only reason why there was a little bit of a. I don't know if it was a spat or whatever it was, but there was, and then Elsa was kind of put in the middle, trying to keep the peace. Like, are you really gonna break up our friendship over like musical opinions or something? Like, doesn't our family mean more to you than a difference in opinion or something? I remember Elsa was like put in the middle for that. That was months ago. But I think it's time that I kind of tell you the truth, Wild Bill. That was the main reason. And Trish literally did that as a last second thought as you were ending your stream, Wild Bill. She put in the comments, Chris Ledoux sucks. And I know it probably pissed you off, but you was like, oh, hell no, you didn't. Or something.
Oh,
Yeah, that was months ago, though. I mean, I think that was last year, 2020. But I mean, that's something I still remember. I can't. Even I'm shocked, and that was not my like. I had no control over that. Trish did that all on her own. Not saying that I did not support her. I was actually kind of supporting Trish just a little bit because I mean, I'm a Taylor fan, and I kind of wanted to get through to y'all as well. Like, I mean, Taylor is still. I mean, we weren't saying that, oh, you should like Taylor no matter what, but I think Trish was trying to prove a point that, that Taylor did start out in country music. You can't say that Tim McGraw, her first song, wasn't country. But because I think because you went off about how, oh, then why did Taylor leave country for pop? Why would she abandon the music genre that gave her fame? If that makes sense. But yeah, I just thought I would be honest since we're being honest. So so I'm sorry if anyone's like upset by that, but I just thought I would bring that up. Like, there was a little bit of a spat in our family at one time, and
one
so
reason why I got so mad about Chris Ledoux, it wasn't what she
yeah,
said.
yeah.
Chris Ledoux ain't here to defend himself.
Oh, okay.
He was
Yeah,
dead, and I'm sitting here like, oh,
yeah,
You know, that's probably country artist of all time. The guy's not to
yeah,
defend himself with his music. I'd just be damned if,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, someone's gonna like
yeah,
say he sucks. You know, um, No,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess truth is, man, truth is,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I guess with me, I
Yeah.
guess with Taylor, and I don't understand. Like, I felt like to me,
Yeah.
and this is how I feel. It's like, okay, you come out here, and I understand being
Yeah.
influenced by different genres. I really do.
Yeah.
I totally get that because you got to think about something. I'm the same guy that stands over here and reads Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
I'm also the same guy over here that reads Louis L'Amour. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And the same guy that reads like other stuff. So it's not
Yeah.
like I'm not influenced by different genres or different styles or different things like that. I
Yeah.
understand that. But what got me was how like it was like, okay, I feel like I can make more of a name for myself in pop than I can in country, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't be anybody if country hadn't gave me a chance. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, so what if you're not a huge star?
Yeah.
If you really loved what you're doing, like you take for instance, I'll give you an
Yeah.
example. Aaron
Yeah.
Watson, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Watson he does his own music. He puts out his own albums. He's not with a record label. He does
Yeah.
everything independent. And
Yeah.
people love that guy. Okay? He's one, yeah, he's not a huge star. You know, most people don't even know who he is. He's the one that sings that song, July and Cheyenne, that I've posted in the chip chat a few times. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? You know, but my thing is that he could go and sign with a huge record label, but he knows what a huge record label is going to do to his career,
Yeah.
right? But he's not out here. Well, I'm gonna go out here and go to pop music because I want to be famous and I want to be huge and I want people to no,
Yeah.
like you just don't do things that way. Like I'll be honest with you, that's like Iced Earth. There have been a small band up till probably I'd say 10 years ago, maybe 15. The people really started hearing them for who they like. Damn, this band is like really great. You know, what have we been missing all these years, right? But it's
Yeah.
because they stayed true to themselves and never like, oh well, we're gonna go over here and try this different genre of metal because we're not making it in the thrash metal scene. No, you don't do that. You go and like I believe in diversity. I really do because when I say that I think of Metallica. You go listen to Load and Reload and Saint Anger, and some people think, well, that's not Metallica. Oh, it's Metallica. You're just not getting what they're trying to say. I felt like that Taylor went to pop music for the fame and the fortune, and not because she really wanted to do pop music. And I'll be honest with you, I just don't. I mean, like some people would disagree with me and say that a lot of stuff that I listen to probably ain't all that great and may not be. You know,
Yeah.
it's what moves me.
Yeah.
So it's not like what Eric Church and Chris Ledoux and some of them guys do for me. Taylor probably does for you. And some
Yeah.
of the people that I listen to, you would think, man, I don't understand that at all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Which,
get that.
yeah. Well, to be honest, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, I know there's probably a lot of options that you could probably think of, but like someone could ask you, what is your go-to Eric Church song to listen to on a bad when you're having a bad day or something. But people could ask me about that, like what's my go-to Taylor Swift song to listen to on a bad day, and I could think of quite a few. I mean, because Taylor, in my honest opinion, I know you're different. While Bill and her music doesn't do anything for you, but for me and Trish, Taylor has actually gotten our feelings. I mean, Taylor has gotten our feelings before. I mean, that we felt we could definitely relate to. So, but everybody's different. Everybody can relate to different songs, different artists differently than others. So
You know,
to what they're singing. So
and I don't say nothing bad about her, but that's just like Shania
yeah,
Twain. I don't
yeah,
get it. I did her first album, but after that, I was kind of like, okay, um, I don't get this, but do your thing, I guess.
yeah,
Um, I'm not a huge Shania fan, and
yeah,
never have I ever been, and never will I ever be. Oh yeah, I love Shania Twain. No, I'm not like that. I mean, Shania. I mean, if Shania came on the radio, yeah, I'd
yeah,
probably listen to it,
yeah.
but it's
Well,
not one of those things. Like I said, it just moves me. You know,
yeah.
I, I would
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
hit the button more than I would anything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I remember you said that if you ever had to choose between listening to Shania or Taylor, you would take Shania in a heartbeat over Taylor,
Yeah,
or something, because you said at least Shania actually. I mean, because I think in your own words you said to you Shania can sing compared to Taylor, if that makes sense, or you felt her music was more relatable. I guess I don't
yeah,
like, because I think maybe you say, well, that's the thing. I know Shania's also been country pop. I mean, that's kind of what she's been known for as well. But if you really think about it, I can understand like Taylor's music. I mean, at least for pop music, is like straight up pop. I don't think Shania has really released like a straight up pop album. I mean, I know some people say that her comeback album now was kind of like straight up pop, but I mean, you could hear there was some country influences in some of the songs. But in all honesty, Shania's music is more of a it's more of like an even blend, like a pretty nice blend of both country and pop influences. But Taylor, her first few albums may have been country, but then she started to include some more pop elements in her songs. But then she released her first straight up pop album, 1989 and 2014, and there's no country about that album at all. So I mean, it's so I can kind of understand you, Wadbill, why you would choose Shania over Taylor, because at least you can still hear some of the country twang, I guess, in Shania's voice. I mean, in her music. So I mean, at least that's just my honest opinion. I mean, I know you probably think of it differently because you don't really care for either one of them, I guess, music wise. But so yeah, I just
and
thought I'd
there's
say that.
like there's
Yeah.
things like I've seen, and don't get me wrong when I'm fixing to say this, okay?
Okay.
And but I've never really like. There's a lot of comments and a lot of things that Taylor has done and said over the years that just kind of irked me the wrong way, right? And you don't never see Shania getting into any of that kind of stuff. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna leave that where it's at, and if she has, I've never heard it or never been aware of it. But
Yeah.
it's just like it was kind of like that. It was kind of like that one time when Taylor said something about, yeah, I support abortion and stuff like that, and I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, that didn't say it well with me either. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, how can you sit there and say you support abortion when someone gave you life yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just I
Yeah.
never understood that concept of it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, okay, you know, you're out here making all these millions of dollars, being rich and famous, writing songs, playing music, living the life. But what you're saying is you're okay with someone not getting the same chance you do by not
Yeah.
giving them life. You see what I'm saying? I just
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that was one of the things that
Yeah.
just kind of pushed me over the edge, and I was like,
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you, Shania. Now that I think about it, Shania isn't really what you would call a controversial artist. But Taylor, I will be honest with you. I will be honest with you. Taylor has caused at least a lot more controversy than Shania has. I think the most controversial thing about Shania Well, I mean, were two things. One thing was her public divorce from Mutt Lange and that kind of stuff. But then the only other controversial thing I remember happening with Shania was actually when she was getting ready to go on her Now tour, and she made a comment about, even though she's Canadian, that if she was allowed to vote in the American election, that she probably would have voted for Trump. And then everybody got all like, "Oh my God, Shania's a Trump supporter," and that like caused controversy. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're really gonna judge someone just because of who they would vote for or who they support?" Like, I don't know. I mean, so that's the only controversy I can remember that Shania has really found herself in, if that makes sense. So,
And I'm just gonna say this right now. You know,
yeah,
I never understand what makes people do what they think. But that
yeah,
dumb bitch Mutt Lane to cheat on somebody like Shania Twain,
yeah,
that's got to be the dumbest dude on the planet. I
yeah,
don't give a damn how many rock artists or how many albums that guy's produced have been successful and sold millions and millions and millions of copies and stuff like
yeah,
that. That guy's
yeah,
got to be the stupidest fool on the planet.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
If
I gotta.
and no
Oh, yeah,
offense, you know, and
yeah,
I'm yes, I'm going here, okay. If it's true, whose bed have your boots been under? Let me tell you something. If that woman's boots was under my bed, I'd make sure they damn stayed there.
yeah,
That right now. Someone like
yeah.
Shania Twain, yeah, you you better believe, son. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
right. Yeah,
So I just, and that's just kind of stupid, you know.
yeah. It's just stupid. And I know I was like a kid back then, but I just wanted to point out. Okay, there may have been another controversy with Shania back in the '90s, but I'm not exactly sure. I just, from what I've been told, I mean, because I was like a kid back then, everything. But that may have been like how sexy Shania was in her videos and always showing her midriff. I mean, I don't know. There may have been some controversy from, I mean, at the beginning of Shania's career, like, "Oh my God, what is this woman doing? Like showing her belly button in a country music video or something." Okay, that's the only other controversy I can think of that maybe Shania kind of caused some stir.
You don't have to apologize for him, Elsie. He's stupid.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you're having to apologize for a fellow South African. But yeah, like I still remember Trisha's rant video when she basically was kind of calling out Mutt, how she felt like maybe Mutt just used Shania as a cash cow, like because maybe that's it. Mutt probably saw the potential that, oh, Shania could make me lots of money and things like that, but when Shania got bit by a tick and everything and started losing her voice, that's when he like fell out of love or something. It's like you're not the same person anymore. You can't sing anymore. So
Man,
you mean nothing to me. Like that's basically, and that's probably why he felt. You know what? I'm gonna sneak around behind my wife's back or something. Like a dirty, like the dirty dog he is, or he really is, like showing his true colors. But so yeah, I can understand where Trish got that mindset or that thought. Like, yeah. Hey, Mutt was good back in the day, and I still like the stuff he wrote and produced. Well, I'm not saying that Mutt didn't produce good music. Believe it or
yeah,
not, some of my favorite songs actually were produced by Mutt. I mean, when I hear that Mutt produced a song, I'm like, oh my God. Okay, like I'll be honest with you, Mutt actually produced, or at least he either produced. Like I'll have to check again, but I'm pretty sure Mutt produced or co-produced one of my favorite Carrie Underwood songs, and he produced the song. I think he produced some songs by the Coors, which I know is a pop group. and I know not everybody's into pop or dance type music, but I do like the song called "Breathless." That's apparently produced by Mutt, or he had some kind of connection with that song. But yeah, there's a few songs that Mutt produced that I actually do like, but I don't like the man personally, if that makes sense.
If I'm not mistaken, he produced AC/DC's Back in Black album.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I know he produced a lot of stuff for AC/DC. So
Yeah. Um, no, I mean, like, and it's something I've always wanted to know, and I don't know if Shania's ever said it or whatever, but you know that picture that's in her first album where she's standing in the water or whatever it is, and like she's got her head like she's like this far up out the water, and she's got that hat on or whatever. I just wondered, is she really wearing a top in there?
yeah. Oh what?
Is
Oh
she really wearing? Is she really wearing like a, say, like maybe like a bikini top or something like that, or is she really like
yeah. Yeah.
topless in that photo, but you know she's in the water or whatever?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's awesome, Elsa. Oh yeah. I'm gonna
What's
check.
the,
Yeah. Let me see. Let's see.
oh,
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, baby.
You know what else is alone in the comments again? You know that?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
I mean, what is it, man? They don't want to show up for streams anymore.
But yeah. But yeah. I just checked. Believe it or not, I'm like, I don't like. I know me and Trish haven't done reviews on her albums or music, which I mean, I always hoped that we would, but then life happened, and then Trish wasn't able to do the album reviews anymore, and everything because she started to realize she was taking on too much. But I mean, I'm maybe hoping eventually to be able to do like Carrie Underwood album reviews and like cover her music and stuff. But I never what I was getting ready to say was I know I haven't really talked deeply about like diving deep into Carrie Underwood's music or talking about her music, but so I'm just gonna say right now, my favorite Carrie Underwood album of all time is her Blown Away album, which came out in 2012, and I think it produced some of her biggest hits and some of her best videos. Even if in reality it's kind of an underrated album because she has albums that produce even bigger hits, but yet that's my favorite of her music, even though it was also one of her most mellowed out albums, if that makes sense. And the very last song on that album is a song called "Who Are You," and it was actually penned by Mutt Lange. And I think it's one of her best songs, and I feel like it's one of her most underrated, and it should have been a single. And the thing is, the song "Who Are You," I don't know, like I know, I don't know what you guys are gonna think, but "Who Are You" that song could have like a double meaning because that song you can literally dedicate to like I don't know, like a significant other or just someone in your life that means that much to you. But it could also be a song to Jesus. I honestly believe that could be a very Christian-like song because the song is "Who Are You," and even the lyrics, it sounds like she's singing about God and Jesus, which I absolutely love. But yeah, that song was penned by Mutt Lange. So, and that's one of my favorite songs by Carrie Underwood. So I can't deny Mutt Lange is a great producer. I mean, he does great with some of the music that he helps put out in the world. But as a person, like, I don't know, maybe he is like a shitty person. Oh, but yeah, hey Roberto.
Hey, Robert, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, Roberto? Oh, Robert said, "Hi, Elsa. You're still being mean to me today."
Ain't nobody been mean to you, Robert.
True story.
I said nothing. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like I take for instance, like, you know, I guess when we were talking about you in what my stream, we ain't talked about you in this stream, but we were picking on you. We wasn't being mean with you, and like I've always told people, if I don't like you, I don't pick on you.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I said nothing.
But anyway, yeah, that's long forgotten, Robert.
Yeah.
Still bringing up the past.
Still bringing up the past.
But no, I just I don't know. I guess now, I mean, I probably look at a lot of things differently. I still, like I said, I still just, I'm still not, I still don't like Taylor. I still don't like her music. Like I said, it doesn't move me. But
Yeah.
if that's your cup of tea, you go right on ahead and you go ahead and I know not this one. LOL. Yeah, I was joking with you. That's right. We were joking with you, Robert. We love you, brother. Anyway.
Yeah, we love you, bro.
But
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I know. I was joking with you
Like
also when I asked if he's being mean to me today. Oh.
People might. I know I was joking with you. But anyway, so
Oh, he was asking if you were still gonna be mean to him today. Just don't share that cup of tea with us. But damn.
So I guess for me, I guess I just don't see what I see. I guess.
Yeah.
Which is, and like I said, with some of the things that she's done, like open her
Yeah.
mouth when she probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Don't sit well with me either. So
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Because it's getting closer every day that passes by, and tomorrow is literally the day, or at least that I have planned. Because I know I keep mentioning about my stream tomorrow that it's gonna be a special stream. And I have some surprises in store and things like that. And that's why I wanted to say that. Like, I was trying to think of something to do with for like friend anniversary and like between me and Trish and even bringing you guys into it as well. And that's why I wanted to say, like, I'm glad that Wild Bill's like kind of clarifying about like he understands he doesn't see what we see and like in Taylor and things like that, but I feel like we all still get along despite our difference in opinions or what we make or what we like or not like. So, and oh yeah, Robert, I've actually gotten the feel of it. Like I feel like I know exactly how to do. Like you can even see in my background here. I literally was messing with the background before I went live. And actually, before Wild Bill showed up, and so Wild Bill thought it was so cool at first when I showed him because I don't know, a moving background just looked cool compared to like just a still picture. But and maybe it also shows. I mean, I don't know. It's something to like kind of test or whatever with Restream. Not to mention it also shows Wild Bill more of what Restream can do. I mean, because I know he probably has to plan his own Restream streams to really get a feel of Restream, but he's still debating whether or not he wants to stay with StreamYard or eventually get a Restream membership in the future. So, which is actually something I'm considering. I'm actually considering getting a membership with Restream when I can afford it or something. Just because, I mean, with a membership, you can actually like put your own backgrounds and actually take off the Restream logo, put your own logo and things like that. So, yeah. Hey, Alvin, did you tell Bill about having the covers for the background of the reviews? Well, I think while Bill was talking about that, about when we do the album reviews, having the album cover of the album we're covering that night to be the background. I mean, wasn't that what you were talking about doing, Wild Bill? So
That was up on screen.
yeah, I'll have it up on the screen. Yeah.
Oh
wait, that background is hypnotizing me, man. That's what I was worried about. I literally said that to Wild Bill before we started the stream.
So
actually, I hope it's not too distracting. I hope it's not too distracting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what damn. But damn.
We can what I might try to do is one day I'm only out on Thursday. So so what I might try to do is maybe my next stream, which let's see, I work Monday, Tuesday, I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then I'm off Monday, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, the following Tuesday, the same week we're doing the Eric Church live review. Okay.
Yeah.
I might sometime early Monday or sometime Tuesday when no one is streaming.
Yeah.
I might get on StreamYard and do a test stream and try and see what the different, like, if I can actually like put like an Eric Church. See, I don't know if you can put an Eric Church on this background here without having the like without having to pay a subscription to this. Like, I think you have to use the backgrounds they provide you or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
well, that's what it looks like. But that's what it looks like on my end. So.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, like on your end, right? When you go in backgrounds, I think the only way you can use a different background of your choosing that's not theirs is to have the paid subscription, I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's what yeah.
Or here's what I might do. Okay. Y'all know so if I do StreamYard which I probably will do StreamYard for the Eric Church album review, I'm gonna test two things. One, I'm gonna test what it would look like as a background picture, like how you got this right here with the first album cover. Then I'm actually going to see what it looks like if I make it to where I'm going to tell you right now. If I put it up on screen,
Yeah.
our box is real small across the side.
Yeah.
So we're either going to have Bill. I know you were saying earlier you can't find the time to do the podcast, but have you thought of doing a live episode of your podcast? I have thought about it. Like actually, what I'm thinking about doing too, and I had thought about here's what I'm thinking about doing, since you can go in. Well, I don't know.
What down?
If the podcasts aren't, if the live streams aren't too long, I can go in and download my live streams from whatchamacallit and post them to another site. So what I might do is, even though you know what though, I wouldn't have to do that if I did the Eric Church album reviews on my Wild Bills podcast channel, my Wild Bills Media and the Arts podcast channel. That right there is a good idea, and you know what? It might help my views and my subscribers if I do that. So that's actually a good idea, Robert. I might just do that. I may just do the Eric Church album reviews on my on my podcast, on that Wild Bills Media and the Arts podcast channel. Do them as live streams, and that way, you know, I can still do videos and stuff when I want to, but those would be considered like episodes too.
Oh, nice.
Good idea, Robert. I didn't think about that.
Robert said, "I'm always thinking."
Okay. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. This is your stream or whatever. So, so here's what I'm going to do. So, coming up, basically this week coming up, which starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
I work 5 days this week and off 2. So I'm probably not going to do any kind of streaming or anything like that. I'll be lucky if I make any of the streams. So, probably what I'm going to wind up doing is doing a live stream probably one day the following week before we go and do the Eric Church album reviews, and let everybody know what channel it's going to be on, how we're doing things, and all that stuff. And while I'm doing that, I may actually play around with the background stuff and some of the stuff on, you know, like having like a shared screen and stuff like that. And then we can kind of narrow down what we want to do. So when we go into that Saturday night doing the live stream, we know exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. And now it's your stream. You go ahead and talk what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get all long-winded like that.
Yeah. But that's what happens when, I mean, in these types of streams and everything.
Yeah.
But, happy birthday, Elsa. But yeah, like, not to, I don't know, bring down the party again, but I kind of wanted to read something that my sister just sent me, since it was pretty much the topic of discussion for tonight was about my cat boots, or well, family cat boots. Apparently, my little sister Megan had actually made a post on Facebook. And I wanted to like read it to you guys because this kind of show you just how meaningful this cat was in our lives, and how he was more than just a cat to us, that he was family. So pretty much in my in my little sister, in her post, and her name is Megan. Just in case I haven't really talked, because when I talk about my sisters, I usually always talk about Amy because she was the one I see the most. But yeah, my little sister's name is Megan, and she had posted this on Facebook like an hour ago, and she said on June 15th, it will be 13 years since a little gray and white tuxedo cat was born in my home. For all those years, this boy has been by my side. Those years have been some of the hardest in my life, but I always had him. Through all the bullshit life has thrown at me, I even made him a Facebook when I was a weird child. Boots Cat. And yes, if you look up on Facebook, there's a Facebook page for our cat Boots that was made in like 2009, 2010, called Boots Cat. So if you ever want to look it up, so because apparently it still exists. And she said, my vocal kitty was always there. He was never the most affectionate boy, but he always wanted to be your shadow. Always in the room with you. He would tell you what he wanted. Unfortunately, things for my sweet boy have taken a turn for the worst. He started acting strange this last week. I got the diagnosis that he has advanced kidney failure. I am absolutely devastated. His options were not good. I have my boy home now, and it is heartbreaking. Tomorrow morning, I will have to say goodbye to my little guy. You were always so vibrant in my life, Boots. I don't know what to do with myself. I thought I'd have him so much longer. It's so hard imagining life without him. I've had him for more than half of my life. And then she put the dates. 06/15/2008 to 06/07/2021. And that's what she had put. So yeah, that kind of gives you a little insight in how meaningful this cat's presence and existence was in our life. But yeah, it's just heartbreaking even just seeing what my little sister said about him. Like she said, I don't think I could have put it more like better than she did. Not to mention, Boots has always been mostly her cat, even though he's always been a family cat as well. But yeah, I just thought I would mention that, not to bring down the party, but yeah, it's just heartbreaking that we're having to say goodbye to him tomorrow. And yeah. What even makes it so much more devastating and personal for us, at least, is the fact that tomorrow is also our grandma's birthday, which is the reason why I'm scheduled to stream tomorrow on my grandma's birthday, because yeah, and it's also ironic that Boots is only gonna pretty much pass like literally more than a week from his 13th birthday, because like she said, his birthday's June 15th. So yeah, so there's a lot of things going on at once, and a lot of connections, and so it's like it just makes the situation that much more devastating and heartbreaking and personal. So, but yeah, I'm glad. As bad as it sounds, I'm glad we can all relate to at least having to go through this at least once in our lives, about having to have a family pet put down or something, like some pet that's always been there in our lives and either watched us grow up or just watched us go through so many different things in life. Not to mention, this feels like at the end of an era for us, because Boots is the only pet that we still have that has basically lived in all the houses that we've lived growing up, pretty much, because he was literally born in what my sisters and I consider our childhood home, and so he basically witnessed a lot of the hardships that we've had to overcome, a lot of tragedy that we've been through. He's pretty much watched our parents basically leave home one day and never come back, which pretty much because they passed away. So yeah, so he's pretty much been through it all. So it really does feel like it's the end of an era, at least for my family. So that's why it's so much meaningful. And I'm not sure, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who has felt this way about some pet in their lives. There's probably other people that have had a pet live for like 13, 15, maybe even almost 20 years that pretty much watched them grow up and then finally having to say goodbye to them. And it feels like the end of an era because they've been through so much. Oh.
Hold on for a second.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you want me to?
I wanted to show y'all. This was my baby girl Jade.
Okay.
She loved to run around. She loved the blanket, and she loved just like you would bring something in like this her right here. I don't know if y'all can see me moving the mouse or whatever, but
yeah,
this picture right here is when I first bought my futon for my man cave, and I had opened up the mattress on it, and she sat down on it, almost like, okay, I approve of this mattress. You can have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was kind of her thing, you know. She'd approve it before she'd let you have it, and that was just one of the like cutest pictures I've ever taken of her. And like I've got to add some more pictures to this little thing post or whatever. But I'll read it to you. It says, "You left us way too soon. You never will be forgotten. I love you always. January 2005 to 24th, 2018. One of the hardest posts I've ever had. I have done in a while. Just a little while ago, we said goodbye to our beautiful baby girl Jade. She crossed that rainbow bridge, and now she is with the Heavenly Father. No matter how old she got, she was our baby girl. We miss her already. She was something else. She made us smile, made us laugh, and drove us completely crazy sometimes. But that was you. I wouldn't change a thing. She loved to run around. She loved her naps, and she loved the blanket. She loved us and was our protector. She left that. She felt that was her job. And it's a rest in peace. Beautiful baby Jade, 2005 to 2018, 13 years old. We love you, girl. Gone but not forgotten. See you on the other side."
Aww.
Yep. And that was
that is sweet.
That was our girl. Yep.
Yep, 14 and a half, 11 years for our last two dogs.
Oh, yep.
Let me see.
Yeah. She, like I said, she had to, like you'd bring something in the house like she'd open it up, she'd like sit on it or sniff at it or something, and she would give her baby Jade approval or whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to show you guys this video. I don't know how it's gonna work, but yeah, I did like convert some videos to MP4 since apparently Restream all over the place, or accepts MP4 videos. But let's see. I'm trying to find. Okay, here it is. Oh. Yeah. This is a video of our cat Boots in a tree. This shows you just how crazy this cat was. Like, this video was actually taken in like early 2009. This shows you just how rebellious this cat was. He was always trying to catch birds. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, the video's only like a minute long, but I mean, this was still one of the kind of cutest videos that we've ever filmed. But yeah, this was actually taken in our front yard because this was the big tree that was in our front yard. Yeah, that was. Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to get us back to normal. Yeah, sorry. Now try to get me back over here. But yeah, that was a video of our cat Boots. Like he was like really up there on this big tree in our front yard of our childhood home before he moved. But yeah, that's our cat Boots. Yeah, I just thought I'd. But yeah, that shows you that I figured out about how like just playing videos. I just gotta make sure they're an MP4 file, so everything should go smoothly tomorrow. I mean, as long as people are here. So, but yeah, Elsa, that was crazy high. See, that shows you. Boots is the only cat we've ever had that tries to get as high as possible. And I'm not talking about like high on drugs or something, but like just high up, like even in our house. Like I told you, he used to crawl like on the railings in the kitchen. I probably have a picture somewhere, like on my computer. But yeah, it's just Boots. Boots always did some of the craziest things. Like in the 13 years that we've had him, he was always trying to be. It's almost like he wanted to be king of the castle. Like that's what my sister said when he was like very vocal. Like even Amy said this earlier when I was with Amy. She said that Boots was that family member pretty much in our house, our furry family member that wanted to let you know how he wanted the house to be ran. Like he wanted to be the boss. He would meow at you like listen to me. Like meow, meow, meow. Listen to me. I need you to feed me right now. I'm hungry. Like that's what Boots did. That's how he was. That's why we're gonna miss him so much, and that's why it's so unusual him not being himself, because he was always very loud and outspoken. But yeah, I love how he said that was crazy high. Also, even you could tell, like he's way up there in that tree. That's basically why I was like, I gotta get the camera. Because I think I was the one filming that. I was like, I gotta get the camera. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know I'm already talking about Boots today, but since we're literally going to be saying goodbye to him tomorrow, I know I already have my plans for tomorrow's stream as long as everything goes smoothly and people show up and everything. I am thinking about my next stream after tomorrow's stream, which will probably be next Sunday. I'm thinking about doing another stream in Boots' honor, and I may even have some more videos I may want to show you guys, and maybe some pictures as well. So, I promise it's not going to be like so devastating. I just want to show you just how much, like, I don't know, like, just show you some of the perks and quirks of Boots that made him who he was. Like, he wasn't your typical kitty. He had a lot of personality in him, if that makes sense. But I know a lot of people feel that about their pets, that because they I feel like almost everybody has that one pet that they feel has a person like this crazy out there personality or something. But yeah, hey, so I don't know where Wild Bill went. Well, unless he mentioned and I was talking. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm. Oh, welcome back, Wild Bill.
Thank you, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering where you went. Uh,
I should have told you, but I just had to step out for
okay.
a minute.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Oh,
also my dog Mushu had that kind of personality. Yeah, well, that's basically it. That's one reason why I always, at least in my family, we've always considered pets or like family, not just like a pet. Because there's some cats or dogs you may see only for a few minutes or a few moments, or what you may see at like at a pet store or something. Um, I mean, these dogs. I mean, the dogs may act like a dog. I mean, the cats in the window may act like a cat. But when you actually have a cat of your own or a dog, and you live with that, like that pet, like that cat or dog lives with you, you start to see more of that dog or cat's personality, and they come out more as they get more comfortable with you and around you. Like my cat Rue, for example. Rue sleeps with me every night, and he loves to cuddle. But one of his things that he does that I don't think any other cat that we've had has done, not even Boots, even though Boots has always had his own personality as well. But Rue likes to headbutt me sometimes, and it's not hard. It's more of a like rubbing against me, and it's kind of cute the way he does it, like he's trying to scratch his head on my head or my face or something. And I don't know, I find it cute, but I always thought if Rue stopped doing that, I feel like I would start to worry that something's wrong with him, because that's one of his quirks, or yeah, one of his quirks, one of the things that makes him him. And so, like Boots, for example, my little sister noticed he wasn't being himself when he wasn't like being vocal like he used to be, because he would literally follow you around like a puppy dog, or meow at you as you walked in the door. He'll be like meow, meow, like that was him. Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Elsa, I should have taken a screenshot.
that's
What
right.
you talking about, Elsa?
Way to bring the mood down, guys and gals. That's right.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to bring the mood down. I'm actually like talking about. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like cats and dogs and stuff, but I mean, I'm not talking about like. I know what's going on with us, like, I mean, with my family lately and everything, but yeah, I was literally talking about some of the good things that I like to remember about pets in our lives. So. Oh, you acting like Rue? Like, I don't know. Oh, Rue is so precious. Yeah. Then you should watch the beginning of the stream, Robert. That was even worse. Yeah. But at least you sticked with us through the whole thing, Elsa. That shows you just how much you care. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of. I may mention that, but. I mean, like, even the stream that I said I'm going to schedule probably next week or something about, like, talking more about Boots and everything. I'm not going to make that sad. I want to just show you some funny home videos, pretty much. We're not just Boots. I could show home videos of like any of the pets that we've had in our lives, because I mean, trust me, I have a lot on my computer.
Um,
Oh yeah, everything okay, Rob Bill? I mean, I'm sorry if I did bring down the mood. I mean, I wasn't trying to.
You're fine.
Yeah, so. Of course, when it's possible, I'll be here. Oh, that's awesome, Elsa.
So hopefully, man,
Yeah.
Trish will be there tomorrow for all that stuff you're trying to do.
Well, to be honest, like that's why I wanted to like send a little message. I mean, even before we end the stream tonight, just in case Trish is watching now, or if she watches it later. I understand you're going through a lot, right now, Trish, and you probably feel like you don't ever want to associate yourself with anybody, and you probably don't know who you can trust or who you can talk to or feel like really be in this funk. But it would mean a lot to me, and it possibly you guys as well. I mean, if you could be there tomorrow, Trish, because I mean, I don't know. It may like what I have in store, at least for me, means a lot, and I feel like it could make you at least happy or make you smile temporarily or something. I mean, maybe it will actually get you out of your funk completely, but I mean, but I know that you're probably going through a lot right now that you probably feel like nothing's gonna help that. But I mean, but what I have in store for tomorrow should at least help, at least a little bit. At least I'm hoping. So, not to mention, I can't wait to see some of the. I mean, some of you guys' reactions. Like, I know Elsa's not gonna be on screen or anything since she's like always in the comments, but I can't wait to see what she says in the comments tomorrow. Some of the things that I show you guys. So, yeah. I said sorry if I said something that may have offended you. Oh
Yeah.
well, I don't remember you saying something that offended me tonight, Elsa. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, as bad as that sounds, I'm not trying to be rude. I was like,
Yeah, Trish, if she sees
oh,
the stream,
okay, okay. I didn't know if that message was for me or Trish, but yeah. And I also want to apologize, even though it's probably a stupid thing to apologize. But I guess I did want to apologize for that joke again that I made yesterday about me sexting Trish. I was just like joking with you guys. Like Trish jokes with us like that sometimes too. Like she's joked about sexting with Wild Bill whenever Wild Bill's like looking at his phone or sending a message or something. So I mean, it was literally a joke yesterday, but I guess it came off very serious because I mean I made it sound serious, which I mean I actually was serious about addressing a few things, but I guess I threw out a couple of jokes in there I probably shouldn't have.
I mean, how can you really know? I guess to a certain extent.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess I'm taking probably gonna wrap up here in just a little bit there.
Yeah, well, it's been almost 2 hours. I mean, I was thinking about probably making it to, I don't know, I guess like 8:30. I mean, your time, but I mean, just in case you wanted to stay and talk a little bit more. But if you're getting ready to go and if everybody's ready to call it a night, then I guess I could wrap up here in the next few minutes.
No, well, I don't know. I am I am a little tired, but I will I just want to send a message out to Trish too while I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Trish, if I said anything in my stream the other night or whatever that offended you, made you mad, or made you feel worse or whatever it is, I'm totally sorry for that. You know, I never do anything intentionally to do anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, although I am, and I will admit, I am very vocal. I will do speak my mind, speak how I feel, and a lot of times I have no whatever. You know, I have no filter, and a lot of times I stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, you know, whatever. But when it comes to friends and family and stuff like that, I do sort of tend to have a thing. If I say something to offend somebody or make them feel bad or worse or whatever, I do apologize. And, you know, but I want to say that we're always here for you, Trish. I know, like I said earlier, maybe some of us can't help you physically or whatever like that. But I am praying for you, and I am, I'll always be here if you want someone to talk to or something like that, or even if they ask me that I might give you advice on or something, I'll be glad to. Earlier, I do believe in my heart and soul that if any of us in this group live anywhere near you, that we would help you out without question, especially me. And so, yeah, I'm sorry that fake people have made you feel the way they do. And a lot of people tell you things and then they go back on it. But people will let you down. The Lord won't. I know sometimes it might seem like He's not listening, but He does. And I guess that's all I really got to say. We love you. We hope that you come back. Oh, and one other thing, Raymond. It was good to see you today. To talk to you in the Tripsters chat, buddy. We love you, miss you. Hope you get well soon. Hope you're able to come back to the stream sometime soon. You go and you do the things that you need to do to get back to where you want to be. We'll be here waiting on you, and that's it. That's all I got to say. And whatever. I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, it was really good seeing you, Raymond. Ramondo. It's been it's been so long since we've seen you interact with us, either in the Tripsters chat or in the comments of a YouTube of a stream. So yeah, that was nice. And I mean, I really am sorry about everything that Trish is going through. But yeah. When was this video chat, and why didn't I get a notification about it?
When was this video chat? There wasn't a video chat. It was comments in the Tripsters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was comments in the Tripsters chat.
It wasn't a video chat, Nummy.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, we haven't seen him on video yet since his. Yeah, we miss you and pray for a full recovery. Yeah.
Well, it's been fun. Take my nap.
Well, you ready for bed while Billy go?
It ain't gonna be long. I'm telling you, right, my eyes are getting like.
Yeah, maybe it's best to call tonight. I still hope we hear from Trish soon. I mean, I don't know. It's like I really don't know what to say to really make things better. But I mean, I still hope and pray that. I mean, everything goes good for Trish and for everybody else in our group. Because, like I said, I consider you guys like family. You're more than just friends to me. If that makes sense. And just what we were saying earlier. That I actually do talk to you guys a lot more than my actual family. Like I said, the only people in my family that I actually talk to on either a daily or weekly basis is actually my sister Amy. She's literally the only family that I got, at least in person, that I see or talk to every week. Because the other people in my family, I haven't talked to in months, maybe even over a year. There's some people I haven't seen or talked to since Christmas of 2019. That was a few months before the COVID-19 pandemic happened, or started. So, I've been lying here with my eyes closed for most of the stream. LOL. Well, damn the devil, Elsa. I was checking out.
Oh, devil damning.
Yeah, devil damning demon. I was checking out.
That's right.
maybe Dan the Witch too. Chicken. Yeah, I don't even talk about the things with my family that I do with you guys. Same, Elsa. I'll be honest with you, my family, my actual family, doesn't know hardly anything about my past relationships or my love life over the last 10 years. There's, like, I mean, you guys are really the only ones that really know about some of my dating history over the last, like, 5 to 10 years. And it's only because I've talked to you guys so much about it, or in the album reviews, like, oh, this song reminds me of my ex, or something like that. But my family, if I was to tell, like, my aunt, if I was to tell my aunt right now about that I've been in online long-distance relationships over the last 10 years or so, she would be completely, like, kind of mind-fucked, not gonna lie. She'd be like, what? And you didn't tell me? Like, I mean, not that I, like, she's that one person in my life I'm supposed to tell everything to, but I still feel like it would come as a shock, because most of my people in my family think I've always been single, pretty much. As crazy as that sounds, but that shows you just how much I keep to myself most of the time. I keep to myself quite often. The only people who really know anything about how I feel about certain situations or things I've done, like, over the last 5 or 10 years, like at least when it comes to online or my online life, then you guys are really the only ones I've really ever said some things to. Well, besides maybe my soul sister. And, well, my sister Amy knows a little bit, but not nearly as much as you guys do. I mean, my sister Amy knows that I've had online relationships before, and she knows how I've considered some of them toxic and things like that. And which is one thing that my sister and I felt we could connect with on a personal level, because she's also been in toxic relationships, and so have I. So believe it or not, we've been able to find common ground and find things to talk about, right, because of that. But other than that, she really doesn't really know much. But yeah. Oh yeah, I said, you guys know more about me than they do, to be honest. Well, that's true. I'll be honest with you. I mean, this goes for all of you guys, but especially Trish. I'll be honest with you. Trish probably knows a lot more about me than anybody ever has in my family. And, I mean, which is crazy, because I literally met Trish online on her YouTube channel 4 years ago, and I'm 32. So I've been on this planet for over 30 years, and yet Trish still knows a lot more about me than my aunt does. Probably most of my cousins. So, I mean, the only other person that probably knew a great deal about me, at least while she was alive, was my own mom. But I mean, and my grandma. That's why I said I'm like I was a mama's boy, and I was a grandma's boy growing up, so.
I get it.
Yeah. Which is why I really hope that we never ever have like a falling out. I really hope that we're always gonna be there for each other and always be friends and family. Which is why it hurts when I know one of us is like sad and being distant and things like that. Because, I mean, it does sometimes worry me, especially when like a troll enters the chat or something, and then we're dealing with that, and it's like they're trying to break us up as well or something. Oh yeah, I don't even know most of my cousins. That's funny. but yeah, it looks like. I mean, while Bill's probably get ready for bed, and I know Elsie, you're probably just waiting to be able to fall asleep yourself. So yeah, I guess I'll wrap up here in the next couple minutes. Oh yeah, I hope this current situation isn't permanent. Yeah, well that's how I feel too. Like I know we've talked to Trish since, and things did seem to get better for a little while there. And then, what's going on with Trish currently. Um I was a little bit worried there when Trish kind of deleted her Facebook account like a week or two ago or so. I mean, that really kind of freaked me out. Um, because I don't know. Sometimes I just worry that you guys are gonna ghost me or something, and I'm just like, did the Tripsters even exist or something? Like, I don't know. Robert said, "I thought y'all were wrapping up here, LOL." Well, we are, but then we kind of get long-winded, as Wild Bill would probably say. Yeah. I mean, we ramble a lot. I mean, it's just in our nature to ramble, if that makes sense.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to, I guess you can do your sign out or whatever, Wild Bill.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, just like if you wanted to wrap up and everything. So.
yeah. You ready to go here? Yeah. So I just want to say, um, good night to everybody. Trish, like I said, we love you. Hope to see you tomorrow. Raymond, I'm thinking about you. Love you too. I'll pray for both of y'all tonight, like I do everybody else.
Yeah.
Right before we go to bed here. Um, so remember, next weekend is not this weekend. The weekend after is the Eric Church debut album review. Sinners
Yeah.
Like Me. We'll remind you throughout the streams and everything before we go and do it and everything. But that's pretty much all I got. Did want to say this is my long week. So I work Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I may not make the stream. Well, I'm gonna try to make the stream tomorrow, but I can't guarantee that I will. Because, like I say,
Okay.
by the time I get out and get home and everything, it's gonna be like right at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
time
Well,
I'm eating supper.
yeah. Well, I just want to say, considering how things are going, if it's all right, my stream tomorrow. I mean, it is going to be a special stream, but um, it may not be very long considering what people are going through. Not to mention, I mean, I would really love Waldville to be there. I mean, but if he's not, I understand. It's just I don't want to keep everybody like up if like say that Wildville is there and he can stay for a little bit. I mean, I hope that he'll be able to stay for the surprises that I have for tomorrow, and then kind of wrap up before he's getting ready to go to bed or something. But so I'd say I don't know if everybody will be able to last that long, but my stream for tomorrow, I mean, I'm hoping it could be at least a 2-hour stream from like 7 to 9, but if not, at least maybe an hour and a half. So I guess at least from 7 to 8:30, I'm hoping to be able to stream for at least that long tomorrow. So yeah, probably one of those streams, one of those kind of streams. So. Yeah. Yeah, so night, everyone. Hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Night everybody, night Elsa, night Robert, night Alvin, night whoever's watching and not commenting.
Yeah. Good night. Not commenting.
Yeah. So, yep, that is it. And this is Wild Bill, and I am out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been your favorite chipmunk boy, Alvin here. Hope to see everybody there or whoever can make it in my stream tomorrow, and I hope you. I don't know. I hope you feel better soon, Trish, and I hope things work out for you and that people start to show you the good in humanity again, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me for now. Don't forget to stay giggity, everybody. And remember, as I always say, Taylor rocks, man. And that's for you, Trish, especially if you're watching. And I am monkeying out, players. See y'all tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.